And now, Giant Sports Talk Live. Here are your hosts, Eric and Glenn.
We're talking Giants every day. From McCovey Cove to the Oracle Park lights, Eric and Glenn keep the fire burning bright, fighting for the glory, no matter what it costs us, breaking down the moments from the wins to the losses. Giant Sports Talk, we're here for the ride. Eric and Glenn with the fan base pride, talking dreams, will they contend? But we'll back the Giants till the very end. Let's go, Giants! Yes, yes, yes! Oh! Eric and Glenn breaking it down, all Giants all the time.
A little Lou Marston, too. Let's not forget Lou.
Of course not. Yep, get Lou. Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to Giant Sports Talk Live here on Wednesday night. What's the word of the day? Well, I guess the word of the day is, are the Giants going to get any trades done? Holy crap. Yesterday, we didn't have a show. We talked to where we texted back and forth a little bit about it. Jeff Passan, who's a guy who doesn't normally go out there and start spreading rumors. He's a pretty legit guy. When Jeff Passan goes out there and tweets out something, there's some meat behind it. It's just not throwing shit in the wind, so to speak. And yesterday, what was it? He said the Giants, and look, I want to get your opinion, Glenn and Lou, on what you think these two words mean to you. I want to know what it means to you. Supposedly, Jeff Passan, he goes out there and he tweeted the Giants are aggressively pursuing a second base replacement for the San Francisco Giants. Two names that they were talking about was Brendan Donovan and Nico Horner. It's a little weird. I mean, these are two guys that the Giants have been linked to, what was it, about a month ago. But before we go any further, guys, Glenn, talk to me. Aggressively pursuing. What do you think about that?
I have not a clue because I was playing with my AI chat machine and didn't hear a single thing you talked about there. I was more concerned about Lou's Twizzlers, what kind of brand he's working with there. Is it some kind of big European brand or is it Red Vines? It's Red Vines! I asked the chat, what kind of licorice is Lou Marston eating on the show? And it said, it's either Red Vines or it could be, knowing Lou, it could be some international brand like Haribo or Haribo. So he called it. I can't believe that. Anyway, what the hell were you talking about?
Jeff Passan tweeted out yesterday, Giants aggressively pursuing a middle infielder. The two names that were mentioned was Nico Horner and Brendan Donovan. Giants have been linked to them about a month ago, but now Jeff Passan, who comes out and he's pretty legit. When Passan tweets something, you could kind of take it to the bank. Aggressively pursuing. What does that mean to you?
It usually means the team is putting in a lot of effort to finding. I can't turn this. Everything you're asking, it's answering. So I'll figure it out in a second. It keeps talking. I don't know if you can hear that. Anyway, they're in on everybody, Eric. I mean, it's more shenanigans from this organization trying to BS. We here at Giant Sports Talk Live, but we're on to them. The fan base who keep buying this over and over, Eric. Oh, we're so good. We're in on this guy. We're in on this guy. Who are they? The question, Eric, I'll always ask you off air, and I'll ask it right here is, we're in on everybody, but are we really in on anybody?
Oh, that's good. That's a good question. So, all right, Lou, before I ask Lou this,
Mm-hmm.
What? Hey, Lou, I remember when I was a kid, we'd always go to the softball fields and watch softball. And they had this little snack bar. But you know what type of licorice they always sold? The Red Ropes. Oh my God. Those are the best. Red Ropes are the best. I love those things. So
they did not even have the twist. It was a long thing that was probably
exactly
5 feet long, wrapped around. Yep. Yeah, they still have them. But tonight I had to pick up some mouthwash and some toothpaste, and the red vines were buy one, get one free.
Oh, you can't pass that up.
I said, for this, it cost me $2 a bag. Normally it's $4.69. I said, because a lot of people are getting worried. How sometimes they have a dry January. People are saying, Lou, no snacks. Is everything okay? Is he losing at the track? Has he paid for his season tickets? He has no more money. So I get worried, So
you notice, Eric, he said, I bought them because it was buy one, get one free. Lou, you're not going cheap like the Giants, are you?
No.
Okay, just saying.
It's a bargain where to get one, though, man.
Come on. No black licorice at all. I mean, if I have to have good and plenty and I'm stuck with black licorice, that's it. You know what I think this all is about? Because we've been hearing the Giants are sort of in talks. Maybe these two teams actually call back. And I think that's what it means. Where, you've always heard from Susan, the Giants are in. They're not in. Susan, stop it. Today she was all excited because a former, not Hall of Famer, but a former shortstop who played for the Giants is in the Bay Area Sports Hall of Fame. That was the big story of the Giants. Do you think anybody went crazy because another Giant's going to the Bay Area Sports Hall of Fame? Come on. Let me tell you, I just think they call back. And like usual, they're only going to ask for Eldridge, and the Giants aren't going to give him up because they think he's God, and we have nobody else. And now it's back where it was. Now, again, Jeff Passan is good.
He is.
But again, it's gotten to the point now where today was a day the Giants had. Just ironic that it came out really this morning. Jeff Passan saying, we're after 2 guys. Okay, here's the other thing. People are trying to figure out, what are we going to give up? Casey Schmidt. We got to remember, one guy we'd only have for 1 year. Does he want to stay with the Giants? So we're going to trade 3 prospects for a guy with only 1 year? You got to remember. Right. You got to remember the other thing. Plus, the Giants are so cheap. How much is the guy for the Cubs playing? I thought we said the other night he's making, I think, what, 14-2 or 12. The Giants won't even spend $5 million for a pitcher. So why would they trade for a guy for 1 year at that rate? So a lot of these things, you got to remember both sides of the situation. Okay. The other thing is, Eric brought up a great point if you were on the show Monday night. The Cubs got a huge signing. You now have a chip in case somebody goes down. Unlike the Giants, they now have a bench that's better with Horner. And then here's the other thing. Glenn brought this up too. They now know if they have to trade him at the trade deadline, and you don't have to wait till the trade deadline. Unlike the Giants, the Cubs could say, you know what? We need somebody now. We're going against Philly. We can catch them. Let's trade him 2 months before because you now get more in return. So I think it's one of those things where the Giants are so desperate now. I think sometimes people pay someone like Susan, hey, Susan, spread the rumor that we're after these guys. Because Donovan, we've been hearing for 4 months? If the Giants could have made a trade, they would have done it before. And now, and the other thing too is I think maybe these trades are holding up because maybe they want someone like Casey, but Casey's not healthy. He's off of surgery. Maybe it's a little bit longer than, because it's amazing. I always wonder, why do these guys have surgery? They should have surgery the first day after they're eliminated, but they never do. They always wait a couple months. Then they got to get closer to spring training and, they got to take a couple extra months. So, it could be the same thing with our catching situation. We now 4 catchers. We only really need 2. Maybe there's an injury they haven't spoken about that hasn't gotten out to the public. So, a lot of these things, are really more by agents. And it could be someone like Donovan's agent saying, hey, St. Louis is getting rid of everybody. I got to get out of here. I want to play for a winning team. And you know what? It's funny. You're going to hear not only are the Giants after him, someone like Toronto in case they lose Bo, maybe the Dodgers, because that's what the the agents are supposed to. They're doing whatever is best for their client. So, with the Giants, okay, good. So they called about somebody actually returned a call. That's about all it is. I'm not really interested because, we keep hearing the Giants. It's amazing. I'm sorry. And then I'll let you guys go. It's amazing how much you hear. We haven't been after anybody. Now we're after two guys. All of a sudden we're after two guys. But at the same time, Manai and Buster says we're happy what we have. We're going to play our youth. But then all of a sudden, this comes in. So, a lot of it's just, throwing out to the wind. I think.
You know what else, Lou? You make great points there, Lou. But you know something, Eric? Everybody talks on this show, including us, the chat, everybody that pops in. We all talk about can't get free agents. You gotta work the trades. Do we really have anybody that people are calling about, Eric? Like, are we the team? Are we the team that people really want to deal with in Major League Baseball? People don't want to sign here. Nobody wants to trade with us. What are we doing, Eric? Are we that bad? Talk to me, Eric. Talk to me. I want to know what you're saying about it. Talk to me, Eric. I really want to know what you got to say about that topic.
You're muted, Eric.
Let me unmute.
There you go.
The Giants, they got a decent. It's an okay farm. I'll say, and it's decent, right? You got Bo Davidson, you got Johnny Level, you got Joe Soar. Now, granted, he's the second ranked, and look at he's like 17, 18 years old, and I think he's the second ranked prospect in the Giant system. That's a guy I don't think I would want to trade. Of course, you got Bryce Eldridge. Giants got some pieces, and you got some pitching, right? You got Wizenhunt, and you got Bird Song. So you got some guys out there that you could use in a trade. Now I'm gonna real quick. Now that being said, I think the Giants can get some trades done. But what Aaron is saying, Cardinals are probably asking a lot for Donovan. Well, here's the thing, and I talked about it on Monday. Cardinals are in sell mode, right? Arenado is now an Arizona Diamondback. He's back in the NL West. Look at that. Because if I'm not mistaken, I think Arizona was trying to get Bregman. That they missed out on that. And what did they do? They went out there and they traded for Arenado. I'm also seeing, I saw this on Twitter. The Diamondbacks may not be done. They may trade for what's his name, Duran from the Red Sox. I saw that out there. So I found that a little bit interesting. But here's the thing. Horner, right? I don't think Horner's going to go anywhere. Cubs they're going for it, man. I said this on Monday. They traded for a starting pitcher. They gave up their top rank prospect in their organization to go get Edward Cabrera. They spent money to get Alex Bregman. Okay. I don't think they're going to trade Horner. I think Horner is not even in play for the simple fact, like Lou, what you were talking about, you're going to have to spend quite a bit again in prospect capital to have 1 year of control. And that's just, I don't know if that's the way you want to go, but on that same token, the Cardinals are probably asking the world for Donovan because now he's an equivalent type of player and he's got 2 years of control. So they may be asking for the world for this guy. So the price is going up when they know that Horner is going to attract a lot of attention. So St. Louis can freaking capitalize. They got the leverage, so to speak. Hey,
I was just going to ask you that, Eric. Do you think general managers around baseball, you just kind of answered the question already before I could ask it to you, throw it your way, but do you think general managers in baseball, they know the Giants are sort of cornered and they can hold them hostage? Absolutely.
No, that's a fact. And I think, Lou, you brought it up, and that may be one of the reasons why trades haven't gone down because everybody is asking for Bryce. So I don't know. Now, to go back to the aggressively pursuing, that kind of perked my ears a little bit for the simple fact you got Jeff Passan talking about it, and it's being reiterated because, look, as we said before, the Giants were talking about Nico Horner and Brendan Donovan about a month ago, and now it's back in the limelight. And Lou, you may be right. Maybe the teams are coming back to the Giants, and maybe they're getting somewhat close. I don't know. But there's another wrinkle in here, too. I saw Paul Heyman. Listen to me. John Heyman. Yeah, I know. John Heyman said that the Giants are one of the teams that may be in on Freddy Peralta, the pitcher from the Milwaukee Brewers. So I don't know, and that's why I got that on the thumbnail. Hey, you know what? We're in the trade watch, so to speak, because I think that's the only direction the Giants are going to go. I think as far as free agents are concerned, that may all be done. Maybe they're just working on trades now, and whether or not it's gonna work out. Hey, maybe news drops tonight, maybe it doesn't, and you just have to prolong it another day. But
we're running out of guys, though.
Know.
We're running out of guys who just said, well, we're in on this guy. We're in on this guy. Do you realize we're in on them until they go somewhere else? And then it's always,
well, it's not really in.
This guy, come on. It's everybody else is scoring, and we're getting shut out at the window.
Well,
and you ever want to place the big bet, Lou? You're shut out at the window, and then your horse wins.
And there has been no news of Giants are in. All it is they're in the conversation. They're not. It's not being reported that they're front runners or it's a deal is close. None of that is being bandied about. But
be still my heart. If they were close to a deal with somebody, Eric, we'd have to stop the show. I mean, oh my God, we'd be on watch.
Randy Hoffman, look at that. Donates $20. Thanks, Randy. Much appreciated, buddy. How many times did the Giants make the playoffs with Buster being the GM? How many times did the Giants make the playoffs? He repeated himself. Look, Randy, he is so excited. Or I don't know. Maybe, I don't know if excited is the right word.
It's $10 question, so he just doubled it.
Hey, damn, Randy, we appreciate it, man. But they haven't. Now, granted, Buster has only been a GM for 1 year. Okay,
go on for another month.
last year, what was it? The Giants missed the third wild card by 3 games. That's it. 3 games. And to be honest with you, that may be what's playing in what the Giants are doing. Maybe they think they're close. But the problem is I don't think they are. And you answer me this, Glenn. I'm going to ask you this question. Say the Giants trade for Brendan Donovan. Okay. Mm-hmm. Lineup is better, right? There's no doubt about it. The lineup is better. And I like what they're doing with the lineup. Are you confident that the Giants can prevent runs scoring across? Again, the rotation. Are you okay with the rotation, man? Is still a glaring issue for me, man. It just is.
Absolutely. I was thinking about that today, Eric. I spent about 10 minutes. That is all it took. We, kind of drumming up the roster, where we sit now, possibilities, the usual Giant sports talk, what ifs, maybes, could be's, all that stuff we usually do in January. And the first thing that I thought of, Eric, was really no matter what we do to try to fix the roster, we can make it a little more entertaining, maybe score some more runs. This is not a winning pitching staff, in my opinion, Eric. You can't, we talk about it in so many different facets of the game, don't we, guys? We can't roll with a partial. We're going into the season, Eric, with a partial starting staff, in my opinion. Partial. That's not going to get it done. So let's say Ray and Webb, they throw about 650 ball. Geez, you're asking a lot of your number 3, 4, 5 pitchers. I don't think we got it. And the Giants haven't had any aggression to go out there and try to improve it. I'm tired of hearing that, well, we really are happy with this team. They've been saying that, Eric, since we started this show. Since the trade deadline, the day we started this show, we've been hearing it now for 2 years plus. And it's the same. Well, we're happy. Well, how come the Giants are happy? Because they're making money? The Giants are happy. I'm not. Lou, are you happy? Because I'm not. I'm buying tickets. I'm not happy.
I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not going to take it anymore. Great line and network.
You
know what?
How about the same question, right? If they get Donovan,
so bad that's why we haven't heard from Robert, because he's not brainwashed like
Robert
the Giants are trying to do. The problem is, even if you get Donovan, we still have a lot of problems defensively on our team, and you're going to win with pitching, okay? Unless this team's going to average 8 runs a game, we still don't have a stopper, because our main stopper is under the knife, so he's not coming. We don't have somebody in the 8th inning. We have guys that we're hoping could improve from last year, maybe 5th or 6th. And, we keep forgetting, if you take Webb out, our starters average 4.2 thirds a game. They never went 5 innings. So you got to come up somehow to pitch 4 1/3 innings to get to the 9th. Okay? Here's the other thing. The last 2 years, the Giants, no matter what, have run out of gas by July 4th. Their bullpen is already on fumes. And like I said, there you go. We're under attack.
Are they bringing somebody in, Lou? We know they need somebody. Giants don't seem very aggressive. I keep watching. I saw it flew by. They didn't drop anybody. Nobody parachuted in, Lou.
No. Oh, sorry. I thought you were talking about Sherry's real nice rumor that the Jays offered a 10-year contract to Tucker. You might as well just say right now, why play the regular season? Dodgers, Toronto, part 2 this year.
It might be.
October.
And look, that's the big talk. And we're just kind of diverting a little bit here.
Yeah.
News is the Mets offered a high AAV short-term, I think a 2-year, $50 million a year. I know, I heard it too. $50 million a year for Kyle Tucker, but for like only a couple of years. So
where do you live, Lou?
Hold on. So I live about 2 blocks away from the fire station, but the last 3 nights that you've heard it, it's been fire stations because San Francisco's still falling apart. Our mayor now was good for about the first 6 months, but now he's completely flipped. You know, we have a horrible governor. We have people in charge. Our supervisors don't care. I mean, this is all I hear. I hear this every night. And it's amazing. I live 2 blocks away from a fire engine. I never hear it. It's always the police. So, and they're always going about 200 miles an hour.
But anyways, it's going to be interesting.
Eric, I just think the problem is we have 2 flaws, starting pitching and the bullpen. So you got to resolve one of those. I don't really care about them getting another second baseman. You got to work on pitching because without pitching, this team's going to be worse. And we already know they're not as good as talented as last year, but they're going to be worse without pitching.
See,
and
look at that.
That's 1 injury away.
Lou set it up perfectly.
And Eric loves defense, don't you, Eric?
I love it, and I love pitching. And that's a perfect segue. What happened today? Ranger Suarez, the guy that I wanted the Giants to get, signs with the Boston Red Sox, 5 years, $130 million. That is cheap. That is cheap. Was it? Yeah, 130 for 5. We're talking $26 million a year. That is $1 million more than what they're paying Robbie Ray. And I'm like, come on, man. Would you have rather had a rotation of Webb, Suarez, and Ray rather than Webb, Ray, Hauser, and Malley? I'm sorry. Ranger is better than either of those 2 that they picked up. Yeah. I mean, come on, man. Why? That's where I wanted the Giants to go. Get a legitimate starting pitcher. Get a closer. You could have got a closer for around $15 million a year, and then maybe trade or hell, even pay you could trade if you want to trade for a position player, whether it's a trade for a middle infielder or kind of go cheaper in the free agent market, and you might have been able to stay under the CBT, and I think the Giants would have been better. I mean, I wanted the Giants. That's where I wanted the Giants' focus to be, was the rotation. And that's where I'm at too, guys. I'm in the same boat. Even though you get Donovan and they're going to go out there and they're going to be a better offensive team and they're going to be better defensively, that you could go out there and go get a starting pitcher. Could think about what if you were able to trade for Donovan and you're able to try and sign Ranger Suarez. Ranger Suarez is a ground ball guy. Logan Webb is a ground ball guy. And guess what? You got the best defensive third baseman. You got Willie Adames, who's better. Then he started off pretty bad, but he finished the season strong defensively. Brendan Donovan's a Gold Glove second baseman. And, oh, by the way, he could also play some outfield. And Devers has shown that he could play a pretty decent first base. I mean, come on, man. That's how you do it, right? Pitching and defense. And then not only that, Brendan Donovan is a better bat, right? He's a better bat than what we currently have at second base. He's a more of a type of hitter that Buster likes. He's a high average type or a higher average type guy. Doesn't strike out a lot. Puts the ball in play. Come on, man. Come on.
My problem here, Lou, is that this team is not built not built to the confines of Giants baseball. It's sort of a mismatch of all kinds of players. It's this guy and Chapman at third. We're just not built like a cohesive unit to play in a ballpark like Oracle Park. We need to get guys who play Giants baseball. That's what we got to do. And again, Eric, we sound like a broken record, but I'll throw it to Lou. Lou, what is their focus? Second baseman today is the chat is second baseman. Eric is talking about pitching and bullpen. And I mean, I agree with you guys. Pitching is the key. Pitching is the key. With pitching,
Yes.
you can do other things. Well, you gotta. Pitching is such a tough nut to crack. So, Lou, what is the focus for this ball club, and why can they not just build a team that's Giants baseball?
I think I'm going to say something, and then I'll get to that question. The one thing, and this is the difference between the Giants front office in Boston. On Monday, we had a gentleman here from Boston, a huge Red Sox fan, very upset because of the Devers trade. The front office said, we have a plan, guys. And we're going to have Bregman. He's going to stay with us. That's why we're getting rid of Devers, all that. It's amazing. The city hated the general manager, hated the front office, hated the Boston Red Sox for the BS. What do they do 48 hours later? With the money they would have spent with Bregman, they get a stud pitcher. That's what it is when you're in negotiations. You got to have a plan B. If it doesn't work, you have a plan C. The problem with the Giants, we don't even have any plan to go to. But I really like what Boston did because they got a great pitcher. One less thing they got to worry about. Our problem is, and I've said this before, the Giants got a problem with pitching. They got a problem with hitting. They got a problem with defense. They haven't taken care of any of them. That's why right now they're a worse team than last year at the present time. Last year, at the beginning of the season, there was a lot of excitement. They signed Adames. Lee's healthy. We have 7 pitchers for 5 spots. But it's not like that right now. There's just too many question marks. And what I want the Giants to do is either take care of your offense or take care of your defense with pitching. And they haven't done anything. All they've done is they've added a few crumbs, but they didn't give the topping or the cherry or anything. Just fillers, little Scotch tape. And the other thing is, I want them to get a guy that's not off an injury. Is it so hard to get one guy we pick up that hasn't gone under the knife for something? It's just amazing. Every one of our guys we're getting cheap, and we're hoping. And that's not a winning formula. Obviously, if a guy got hurt before, he's going to get hurt again. And if we're getting him cheap, there's a reason why nobody else is offering him money, but we're just there at the right place at the right time. And, it's just unbelievable. I mean, I didn't really think about that until early today, but, like I said, Boston lost Bregman. Now they get probably the best pitcher out there in their mind, right? They did something. They did something to make their team better and have the fans back. Giants don't do that. Giants right now, we're talking. How do we know that and I know Jeff didn't specify, but how do we know we're not the only teams calling the Cubs? Because wouldn't a good team say, the Cubs just signed a big player, they now have, where are their pluses? And can they afford them? I mean, probably there's 6 or 7 teams, but we only hear that the Giants are getting serious. There's probably 8 teams in there, and that's where the agents do their job, or the Giants are going to say the same thing. Oh, we tried to get Donovan, but somebody else just had a better offer, or we were too slow. The same excuse over and over. And I'm going to give my little betting tip, my little romance of the night. How many times you go out with the guys and you go to a place, a dance or a party or something, and you go, God, that girl was really good looking, wasn't she? And you go, yeah, but you didn't go talk to her. I know, but she was really attractive and she's single. Yeah, but you didn't talk to her. You didn't do anything. And then the next day you go with the guys and go, hey, I had a fun night last night. God, that girl was really hot. Dude, you didn't do anything. Okay. You had a chance. You had a chance to step up. She liked you, you liked her, and you didn't do anything. That's the Giants montage. They look, they talk, but they don't get it done. And that's just how it is.
That should be it. That is
Your
true.
number one source for Giant sports talk and debate. Always has been, always will be. Giant Sports Talk Live.
There's our buddy down in Minnesota. Krister goes cold in Minnesota. Giants owners do not want to spend money, and too many players are unwilling to come to San Francisco. Reality in a nutshell.
Yep.
Great show, you long-suffering lugs. How about that? Hey, and here's another great one by Abel. Goes, what's Giants baseball? I still don't know. That's a great question.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't think any of us know. I don't think any of us are know. I don't know. Pitching and defense. That's where I thought it was at. I thought it was pitching and defense. I mean,
I just again, Eric, I may sound broken recordish, but do you agree with me? Let me ask you that, Eric. Do you agree with me? There seems to be a lack of your word, focus. The word in baseball, each team, you build a winning team. You build it. You know, it's like I can go into the kitchen, Eric, but I can't cook a souffle. I can throw the ingredients in, and you know what comes out of the pot, he ain't going to like it. The winning franchise, you build it. You mold it. You sculpt it. You design it. And again, the Giants just seem to be, well, we'll take what we can get. Am I wrong here? We just get what we get. That's not winning baseball.
Yeah. What's up, Tony?
Can't get a second baseman. Can't get a closer. Can't get two starting pitchers. What? Maybe that is the question, Eric. What can we get? What can we get?
I don't look. Starting pitching is the area that I thought that the Giants needed to concentrate on. I don't mean to be freaking beating a dead horse, but that's where it's at right now, man. Look, they got young guys that are getting ready to come up, right? Tomorrow, Giants are getting ready to sign the number one international prospect, 17-year-old Luis Hernandez, right? You got Joe Sauer already in the organization. Those guys are going to come up together, which is fantastic. So yes, they kind of got the long term, right? And currently, right, you got Adames and you got Chapman and you got Devers, which is good. Come on, it's not like it's a total dumpster fire. They're going to be able to do something here. The problem is you still need that starting pitching. Who is the young stud starting pitcher who's going to take the bull by the horns and be something as a San Francisco Giants starting pitcher? It's been a while since the Giants have developed a legitimate starter, right? I mean, Logan Webb, he's it right now. After that, there's a lot of up in the air type of stuff, wait and see, and hopes and dreams. I mean, that's why I wanted them to at least go out there and make a play for one of these damn starting pitchers. And look, free agents, they're going by the wayside. What is it? Bichette, Tucker, and Framber. Those are your big guys. Of course, you got a bunch of other guys out there as well. But as far as the big names, those are the last three to go.
Hey, before we hear from Lou, you know what? Do you realize, guys, we're into what is the second week of was just the second week of the new year. We haven't even lost a game yet. And I'm already pissed off. Beyond, I'm like, how can I have to double up on the heart pills? You know what I need, Lou? You know what I need? I need a drink. I'm just saying,
There
guys.
you go.
Just saying.
Dave, Tommy's Mexican, proud sponsor of the Giant Sports Talk Live show and home of the world famous Tommy Margarita, man. So
Joining us in a new year, along with Lefties, Duxwell Printing, BetterCreditCards.com, and our good friends at Signatures for Soldiers.
all right, here we go. We got another super chat here. $2. Hey, what's up, Crush? He goes, we don't hear anything because Posey doesn't show his cards. There's some truth to that. But hey,
Maybe he already folded.
talk to me, man. Talk to me. We're getting long in the tooth as far as the offseason. We're talking about less than a month until spring training. What do you think is the move? Kershaw, talk to me.
Wait
What
a second.
is the move? If
You're asking Kresha, and Kresha's coming in with that take. That's nice. But why are we ignoring the Giants? They said they're happy. We've done it all.
They did.
This is our
They
team.
did.
Why are we? What is the problem here, guys? That we're in 3 nights a week now, and we're not facing the reality that the Giants have told us this is it. Am I wrong, Lou? This is what they're telling us we got. What do we keep hoping and wishing for? When
They
they've
said
already
that
told
about the
us?
rotation. Yes, they did say that about the rotation.
Yeah.
I don't believe
Yeah,
anything.
Mania said that. I mean, he is the GM.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just sort of just sort of what's happening is I think we're upset for 2 reasons. The Giants haven't done anything to improve their team, but teams that we're competing against for that 3rd wild card are doing stuff. The Cubs, the Braves, the Diamondbacks, the Dodgers, Philly. I mean, it's got to the point now where maybe the Giants just realize we're not a playoff team and we're just going to do whatever we have to just to be marginal. I mean, they won't admit it, but maybe that's what it is. They realize they made a lot of mistakes. We're not going to be able to compete. And like I said, guys, first 40 games is tough. When we start 1-10, they're glad they didn't pick anybody up. I'm just starting to see that because that's how it is. Yeah, don't do the wave at the park.
They won't have enough people at the park to do a wave this year.
Oh, there'll be people showing up. You
It'll be
watch.
a fractured wave.
They'll be showing up.
I don't know, Eric. I think it's gonna wear. Lou, you and I have seen it the last few years. It's wearing thin already, Eric.
I mean, we do know that us 3 are going, but the guy doesn't even want to be known going to the Giants game with us.
Anonymous will remain.
Yeah, anonymous.
Yeah.
So, he wants to sit in front row. He doesn't want the autographs, the photos, people coming up to him. I purely understand that. He was a smart one.
Not like Eric Not like Eric. Hey, are you the guy from Giant Sports Talk Live? I'm like, yeah. Where's Eric? They don't want Eric, Lou.
Come on now.
They love our Eric.
Kershaw says, excuse me. Posey will wait till the very last minute to get the best deal for the money. We need 5 more wins than they did last year to get the wild card pitch in the
But the last minute means you're getting the scraps that Lou talks about. The crumbs, isn't it, Lou? The crumbs.
I don't
You
know.
don't
I
do
don't
your
know.
deal now.
I don't know, man. We'll see. We'll see. Look, I can't say that's going to happen. I can't say that it's not going to happen, but we'll see.
And Eric, is 5 more wins even going to make the playoffs?
And that's a great point. That's a great point because we don't know how these other teams, of course, on paper, are starting to look better. You got the Braves, you got the Cubs who are going to be better. You still have the Reds, you still have the Milwaukee Brewers, the freaking San Diego Padres. Of course, Arizona isn't lying down. They're going out there and they traded for freaking Arenado. Granted, he's not at the height of his powers, but he's still a damn good freaking player. So,
where's my boy going, Eric? Where's my boy going? There he is. Where's my boy going?
I don't know, man. This is just it's tough.
Lou wants him back. Lou wants Wilmer back this year. I can understand why, Lou, but I don't know.
It's just
I want someone that's clutch. Someone that can come through occasionally. Just someone that's clutch, the clutch gene.
Somebody that's clutch. That's our boy. There he is. There he is.
Hey, Dom Smith was pretty damn clutch last year, and he's still out there. I don't know.
He's gone as well. This is the freaking problem.
We don't know what the hell.
And they're cheap. You can get both those guys for probably $7 million combined. 3.5, 3.5.
Not even that. I think Lou, I think you get Wilmer right now. Time is running short on these guys. 4 weeks to training camp?
Yeah.
I think you get him for under $2 million. But we don't even want to pay that, so who knows?
Where do you guys think Framber goes? He's the last big pitcher out there. Where do you think he goes?
I think he goes to Philly or the Cubs.
You think he goes to Philly? You think he's still? No, Cubs are done now. Cubs. They got that big contract with Bregman. Now, maybe. Who knows, man? Who knows? Phillies?
I think he ends up going to. Listen, I think he ends up signing with maybe. I won't pick a team based on what they've spent already, but he'll go to Cubs, Phillies, Dodgers, fill in blank. It won't be San Francisco Giants, in my opinion.
No, he's not coming to the Giants. I'm just wondering where he goes.
Yeah,
and this is again a problem, guys. Every year, isn't it a problem we face, Eric, when we enter this realm of do we trade? Do we pick up players? We try to build the team that we know they can't. And
Baltimore, yeah.
And we're always left in the dust. See, we haven't even played a game yet, and we're already being left in the dust by these other teams, Eric. So what happens on opening day when we get it on the field? I told you, if we can't compete against these teams off the field, how do you expect to compete against them on the field? You can't.
And that's I forgot all about the Orioles. Yeah, Orioles may wind up signing them. I totally forgot about that because I know there was talk about maybe Ranger going there, right?
Yeah. Eric, there was a movie a little before your time said, if you built it, they will come. Well, supposedly we have the greatest ballpark in the world, but nobody's coming. Nobody wants to play in it. We have fans that want to go and pay $20 a beer. We have that, but nobody wants to play in it. It's just amazing. I don't understand it. It's a beautiful ballpark. It's unbelievable. But, I don't know if it's the Giants reaching out to these players. One of the guys, I would love to get Arias. He could play second. But everyone says his defense isn't that good. But the guy can hit. Hey,
there's my place, Eric. I can see the condo.
It's like, we have all these guys that are great defensively that can't hit. We have a catcher can't hit, but he's good defensively. So you're telling me we can't get a guy at second that's average, but he can hit lights out? I don't understand it. You can't have your cake and eat it too. All we talk about is, Crapman at third. Oh, he's the greatest defensive player. The guy can't hit in the clutch. Yeah, but he's great defensively. So here's a guy like Arias who can hit, but his defense is good, so we don't want to go after him. I just don't understand it. There are people out there, but as Glenn says, everybody else is going to be getting these other players. You can only wait so long. You got to start moving. You have 1 month before pitchers and catchers. Then you have the WBC, and then, spring training's around the corner. And then people forget, because of WBC, opening day is March 25th. It's not like April, like it used to be. It wasn't like, when the Masters started. April 25th, the Giants play on that Wednesday. Okay, last time I looked, today's Wednesday. So really, when you look at it, we probably have 10 weeks or 9 weeks to opening day. 10 weeks. We don't have a second baseman. We don't have a closer. We're going to use a guy last year that nobody wanted and he stunk. We don't have an eighth inning guy. We don't have a fourth pitcher. We don't have a fifth. And it's just so frustrating. We have 10 weeks to open day, and we have more holes now than we did last year at this time.
Hey, I'm going to pose a big question, Eric. I'm going to pose a question to you. I'm going to pose a question to the illustrious Lou Marston. Everyone will want to know his take. It's coming up after this. Right after these commercial messages.
Always has been, always will be. Giant Sports Talk Live.
That's right. Number one source. I was thinking, Eric, if you add Lou's wisdom, my years being a fan, and yours, that's more than anywhere else. I mean, ANBR. And who talks more Giants baseball than right here, Giants Football Live?
That's what we do.
Big question. Haven't really asked. We've looked at the schedule in the last few weeks, haven't we, Lou? How about start with Eric? Eric, how many games do we win this year, and how many will it take to make the playoffs?
Oh,
as
currently constructed. Mm-hmm. 79 wins. And I'm going to say the teams aren't done yet. I'll say 86 wins to get into that third wild card.
And you think we only win 79?
Right. As we're currently constructed, I don't like the starting rotation. I don't.
Okay. What about you, Lou?
77 wins. I think the way the schedules are set up and some added teams, I think you're going to need 90 wins. I think we're 13 games.
90? Holy shit.
Now, you remember last year, the rumor was you had to win 90. That's what you had to win. And it wasn't that good a year, and it went down to 86. Yeah. So I'm going by what they said.
83. It went down to 83.
So, but you got to remember, Atlanta this year, they're going to be a lot better. The three teams above us are going to be a lot better. Cincinnati is going to be a lot better. Pittsburgh still has one of the best arms in the business. It's one of those things. And I think the other thing with the Giants is they play the Yankees at home, yes, but look who they play on the road. Okay, beside their division, they play at Boston, right? They're going to play at Toronto. You know what I mean? I mean, their road schedule is a lot tougher than their home schedule. And, when you go on the road, you're just hoping to be 500, and they're not going to be 500 going on the road.
Yep.
So I just think it's one of those things.
Yep, we talked about it. We'll talk about it again closer we get to opening day. Yankees, Padres, Mets, Phillies, Orioles to start the year.
I got them going. Let me do the math here. I'll have to get out the calculator, but
that's crazy.
I know what Eric, I will come up with the perfect answer. How many games will the San Francisco Giants legitimately win in 2026?
That's always a fun question. Of course, it's tough to predict the exact number of wins since it depends on a lot of factors like player performance, injuries, trades, and so on. But if you want, we can dive into some recent stats and projections to get a ballpark figure. Let me know if you're curious about that.
No, forget it. I'll come up with an answer of my own. I thought
No worries at all. If you do want to chat about it or dive into any other sports predictions or anything else, I'm here and happy to help.
I don't need you. I got Giant Sports Talk Live, so I think we win 73 games.
73. Holy shit.
We have Eric. I think we'll be lucky. 73 wins. We've got less pitching than we did last year. We don't have the bullpen we have last year. We don't have the lineup we had last year. You tell me why we would win more than we won last year.
Oh, I don't think we're winning more.
Significantly less. I think Logan Webb. I think Logan Webb is not going to have the year he had last year. I think he's going downhill. I think they should have dealt him. Anyway, I think it's going to be a bad year. 72, 73. I'll go 73 because they'll steal one along the way.
And Eric and Glenn, I know you guys haven't thought about this on your predictions, but we have a manager that's never done it. It's going to take
there you go.
That's true.
There you go, too. True. And you know what we'll be hearing a lot of this year, Eric? You know what you'll be hearing a lot of?
Scoreboard update.
Giants lose again tonight. More coming up. I'm serious, Eric.
Oh,
Look if you brought up that schedule again, dude, the first month of the season, it could be a true telling tale of what we've got ahead of us, Eric. I mean, so we're playing the likes of
now, look,
the teams, and we're not even playing the Blue Jays till later on, and the Atlantas.
Okay, let's do this.
That April's.
Hey,
crazy.
let's do this. Let's be a little bit positive. What if, okay, I'm not saying it's going to happen, so don't freaking come after me. What if the Giants were able to trade for Peralta and for Donovan? Now where you put the Giants as far as winning in 2026?
Lou, you can answer that because I'm not going to play that game. I don't think I think you're kidding yourself if you think we do.
So I went from 77 with those two. I'll give you another 82 wins.
Yeah.
82 doesn't do it.
78 wins. 78.
That sounds about right. Another 5 around there. So yeah, 84, 85 wins. Yeah, I could see that. I
think they get 78 with those guys, but I just think we're talking out of our sleeve. I don't think they told us, Eric. Why would they lie to? Well, they do lie to us. Why would they say they've got everything? They're happy with the team. This is what we roll with, and then surprise us and go out and get all these players we actually need. It ain't gonna happen.
Who knows?
It ain't gonna happen.
Seriously, who the hell knows, man?
And Eric, Glenn's favorite player, Mr. Pom Pom himself and Wright. What are you expecting from this guy?
Talking about easy, Lou.
You know,
Lou's
I'm thinking maybe 230, eight homers.
Lou's the new host. He forgets who controls this show, Eric. Jesus. He forgets it. My guy in right field.
Gilbert. Mr. Gilbert.
And and that's who's going to be the outfield as it stands is going to be Ramos, Lee, and Gilbert. That's going to be
that is a bad outfield. Come on, that's a bad outfield. That could be as bad as it gets, guys. In baseball, that's a bad outfield. A guy who couldn't go a game without an error in left field. Jung-Hoo had trouble tracking things down last year, Eric, and his bat failed in the second half. And then Drew Gilbert, talk about a wild card on and off the field. Who knows what to expect? That guy could be in jail by July. Who knows? Beating players up and biting them and chewing their ear. He might pull a Mike Tyson this year and chew somebody's ear off.
Check out Quick Kick. Macklin Celebrini overshadows Giants baseball.
Could be. Absolutely.
Yeah.
He's having a good year.
What the hell's Fosse? Fosse, where the hell are you, dude? I haven't seen Fosse in for freaking.
I've seen Morcatney in here a few times tonight again. Morcatney refuses to send me his address to send him the award.
Oh, yeah, he's got an email.
I'm going to get an Array Magic marker and I'm just going to put somebody else's name on it. Good Lord.
And then AK says it could be negotiation tactics. That's possible, right? It's possible. I don't know.
What do you mean? What are we talking about? Negotiation tactics?
As far as saying we're done, we're not going to do anything else. Trying to throw people off the scent, so to speak. Is that a possibility? Sure, it is.
No.
Do I
Fool me
think
once.
that's what is happening?
You don't fool me twice. Last year
right,
was a mirage. Yeah.
Sure, Mac. Sure.
Hey, vintage oddball cards. What's up, dude? Bottom line is the Giants don't care about winning. It's all about the mighty dollar. If I was Posey, I would resign right now. I can't believe he would stand for this bullshit.
Look at that avatar, too.
Ooh.
Looks sort of like this fella.
Ooh-wee. Man, you're coming in strong there, Vintage. And this was what was one of my concerns. And look, I'm not saying that this is in play at all. Just throwing it out there. Buster Posey is part of ownership, right? So is there not a little bit of a conflict of interest being an owner plus the Pobo? Just a little bit, right? I'm not saying that's what is in play right now. It's just, for me, I'd rather have someone who is devoid of that ownership. Granted, you still got to answer to ownership. Don't get me wrong. If you're a Pobo, you still got to answer to ownership, but it's just, I don't know. It seems a little bit.
As it stands right
weird.
now, and we've looked at that every night, it seems like now. Somebody in the chat comes in. We had it again tonight where they bring up the month of April, our opening month schedule.
Oh, it's brutal, man.
It could go off this season could be one of those Old Baltimore, 5-6 years ago, Colorado, Pittsburgh. This could be one of those, it's off the rails after 30 games, Eric. We're playing pretty much the cream of the crop in baseball the entire month, Eric, with the exception of, 3 games against Washington? And watch us lose that series. So I got to ask you, Eric, before we get out of here, that's my segue up. Before we get out of here, Eric.
Nice.
Do you think we compete? Do we compete? Well, I don't know if we even compete. Are there going to be is this a competitive ball club as it stands now? Feel free to chime in, Lou.
Right now, it's tough to say that they are. Don't get me wrong. Granted, it's a long season, so I understand it. But boy, man, And
what I said to you earlier, Eric, about building a team, when you build a team, you have guys who know the role, and what's my hockey line? Know your role and play your role. You get guys on. So you get guys who, you set the table, you get a guy who can bunt them over. We got nobody who can bunt, Eric. Nobody's bunting the ball. We got no speed. We're just a team that's just haphazardly thrown together like puppet strings. And I don't know. I don't know how this team's going to compete. I really don't. I was so positive in December for about 5 days.
I know, man. I know.
And being a part of Giant Sports Talk Live, you ruined it. It just,
It makes it tough, don't it? JB donates $2. What's up, our buddy from Australia? As the team stands, 71 and 91. Man, sellers at the deadline.
I thought I was going to get shot for 73.
Oh, and this guy, he's a huge fan, man.
Well, you got to call it like it is. Call the spade a spade, Eric.
Man,
Lou's over there on makeadate.com. He's wanting to get out of here. So,
do you think? Yeah, before we get out,
swipe, Lou, swipe to the right.
If the Giants are in the 70s for a win total, is Posey's job in jeopardy? Or no?
You know what? Being an owner, can he fire himself?
Yeah, I know. Right?
I don't think he will, Eric. And you know why?
Okay.
The smart son of a guns, Lou, you saw it a couple of weeks ago. They've already set themselves up, and they've given that subliminal, we got a new manager who's going to have to kind of learn the game. So they've already done a political move where, if we lose, it's okay. It's okay because that's what we got to be growing pain. Screw the growing pains, Eric. Again, you don't hire a manager and go, it might take a few years till he learns how to do the job. No, bring in a guy who can do the job. Mm. Right, Lou?
I think it's got Excuse Central written over it. Mania, it was his first year last year. Buster, it was his first year, so we gave him a praise. Now they bring in a manager, never done it. We're going to give him a praise. And then what happens? 2027, there's no season. Then you got to remember, he signed a 3-year agreement, a 3-year thing. When the Giants come back and play baseball in 2028, Buster did his 3 years, probably got an extra 2% of the ownership. They'll bring somebody else on, and then they could start the whole excuse again.
Well, I'll tell you something right now. The Giants, they have a propensity of not allowing guys to go through their full contract. Farhan got axed with a year left. Bob got fired with a year left. Tommy LaStella got let go with another year left.
And common factor, they all get paid after they get let go.
Right? How many guys have lasted their if it's a 3-year contract, how many have it lasted the entire 3 years? Not very many. Not many.
Now we owe money this year, and he's not even pitching for us.
But we're still paying him.
The girl in the accountant department must run down the hall at least once every pay cycle and go, anybody know who this guy is? I got to check here. I got to get to this guy. Oh, he's no longer with us. They're paying so many people, Eric, that are not part of the organization anymore.
Look what they're paying in this offseason, and they're not even part of the organization. You're paying $4 million to freaking Bob, and you're paying $17 million to Blake. You got $21 million going out the window for no one that's part of the organization.
Hey, and don't forget, it was only 5 months ago, Eric, that we were talking about, well, Buster's giving Bob give him the pat on the back. He can do the job. I have all the faith in the world in my manager.
Yes,
More BS because he was out the door before the season really ended. Come on. The Giants just lie to us. They really do.
Whew.
Pinocchio us.
Well, hey, this is a hell of a show. It was a trade watch, and guess what? Nothing happened.
So we could have been done an hour ago, Eric. Play the intro, play the extra. Bye. And Eric's got to go watch a movie, hit the hot tub. I'm going to go watch. I got to go to the newsroom first. I work all the time. Lou's working on a hot date. So let's all get out of here.
Let's get out of here. Lou, thanks for hanging out, man. And Glenn, it was fun.
Glenn, Lou.
We'll be
travels.
back.
Thanks, buddy.
Friday.
I don't think I'll be in Friday. I'm not quite sure. I don't think I will. My flight lands late. So I doubt you'll see me Friday. It's probably good. The doctor says I need a freak. We're only back for the new year, and I need a break.
There you go. I understand it. Let's get out of here. Guys, be good. Thanks to all the super chats out there. Hold on. Let me go find them real quick. Who was it? We got Randy Hoffman with 20, Kershaw with a $2, and then JB also Australian $2. So thank you guys. Appreciate it. And,
the only thing that's getting me through the early part of this year and dealing with the Giants and you guys, the only thing getting me by, Eric, is my cuddle buddy. There you go. Crazy Crab. He's the only thing that gets me through life right about now.
Let's get out of here. Let's see if maybe when we come on Friday, maybe, probably not. Let's get out of here. Guys, be good, and we will see you on Friday night.
See you, Lou.
You've been watching Giant Sports Talk Live with Eric and Glenn, a Northern Lights Entertainment Broadcasting production.